Teleconference office moderating today's call as we review Week 2 and preview Week 3 in the Big South Football Conference. This time, let's open up with our notes from around the league. First, our Players of the Week from this past weekend. The Choice Hotels Offensive Player of the Week was VMI quarterback Eric Cordenbrock. Defensive Player of the Week and one of the National All-Stars by the College Sporting News, Coastal Carolina linebacker Quinn Backus. Special Teams Player of the Week was Liberty punter Grant Bowden. And the Crons Brand Freshman of the Week, Coastal Carolina safety Alex Searcy. Some notes to pass along as well. The Big South is off to its best start against FCS competition with 5 wins in its first 6 games. Coastal Carolina and Charleston Southern has emerged as the Big South's lone 2-0 teams. The Bucks and the Liberty Flames both extended their home winning streaks to 5 games over the weekend. Coastal Carolina has moved up to number 21 in both national polls. Charleston Southern quarterback Malcolm Dixon became the 8th different Big South quarterback with 100 rushing yards and 100 passing yards in the same game this past weekend against Shorter. Liberty's Kevin Fogg became the first player in Big South history with return touchdowns from an interception, fumble, punt return, and kickoff return. VMI's Eric Cordenbrock became the first Keydette since 2000 with 300 passing yards and 4 TDs in the same game. Presbyterian College's Donnell Williams became the 38th member of the Big South's 200 Career Tackle Club as he surpassed the milestone this past Saturday. And 2 other news items. First, in case you did not see it, last Wednesday, the Big South announced it has added Kennesaw State as an associate member in football beginning in the year 2015. And this Saturday, the Big South's exclusive Game of the Week on ESPN 3 begins with nationally ranked Richmond at Gardner-Webb, the first non-conference television game the Big South will produce in its history, and again on ESPN 3 Saturday evening. With that, we'll turn it over to the head coach of the Gardner-Webb Running the Bulldogs, Coach Carroll McCray. Good morning, Coach. Coach McCray. I know he's on the line, so...
Can you hear me now, Mark? Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Congratulations to everybody in the Big South that won last week, and all the honors that came forth to all the individual players. Certainly it was a big week for our conference. You know, the Bulldogs, certainly we didn't pull up our end of the bargain representing the conference as we should have. Up at Marshall, we went up with good intentions, but did not protect the football. And anytime you have 6 turnovers, you know, it's hard to beat a junior high team. So we were sloppy with the football up at Marshall and let the environment get to us a little bit, along with them having a pretty good football team, and certainly didn't represent our school or Big South as we wish we would have. So we're looking forward to correcting those mistakes this week and headed back into a home environment here, as you said, against Richmond. But really this past week we were a product of our own demise with missed tackles on defense and misalignments, and then offensively, as we said, with turnovers that happened early and way too often. So we got a lot of work to do with our team, and thought our effort continued to be pretty good regardless of the score. But certainly we wanted to represent everybody better than we did. So we moved forward and invite Richmond in here to play at home. We're certainly glad to be back in Bowling Springs for our contest this week. And it's going to be a good-looking Richmond football team that's coming in here. Coach Rocco has done a good job in a short amount of time up in Virginia, and certainly familiar with the Big South because of his tenure at Liberty. They'll bring in a veteran football team that played very well this past week at NC State and had opportunities to win the football game at the end if they made just a couple more plays. They made a lot of plays, and probably from seeing them What we realize is, the line of scrimmage stands out quickly. Although they've got skilled guys, the line of scrimmage stands out, and it's going to be a good challenge for us up front to try to hold up defensively, as well as get the run game going offensively. So that'll be our focus for the week, along with holding on to the football and correcting our mental mistakes from this past week. So got some time to get things corrected, and then certainly another good challenge and a great opportunity for our program this upcoming week to represent Gardner-Webb and the Big South against a non-conference opponent that will be coming in here.
All right, thank you, Coach. We'll take questions now for Gardner-Webb head coach Carroll McCray. To ask a question, please press *1 on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click Raise Hand if you joined us via the web. Questions for Gardner-Webb head coach Carroll McCray. And Coach, it looks like the first question for you is from John O'Connor of the Richmond Times-Dispatch.
Okay.
Hi, Coach. John O'Connor from the Richmond paper up here in Virginia. The University of Richmond spreads the ball around pretty good with its receivers, though they're going to be missing one this week. How you plan on that defensively and how you can sort of protect yourself against that sort of balance, what they throw.
Well, they did a real good job. I mean, John, you've seen them, and certainly they spread the field. They stretch you horizontal and vertical, and really make sure you defend the width of the field as well as the length. So, we got to do a better job with our football team. We did not do a good job with the linemen first. That would be our priority against Richmond. That would be a correction from this past week, is to make sure we do a better job with our alignments defensively, and then certainly making sure that we expand the field properly with our defense called so that we can, cover from boundary to boundary. I think that's what they try to do offensively, and spread you out so they can come back in there and run the football. So they've done a real nice job of that, and I think a big key for us is to make sure we're prepared and make sure we do what we're supposed to do, and then see if we can make a play when we get there. Had missed tackles last week as well, so we've got to really improve on tackling, getting the guy down with the ball once we get our alignments proper and chase the football. So be another good challenge for us. We're certainly going to need to play a lot of people to keep up with the speed on the edges, but we're looking forward to settling down and certainly proving to be a better team than we showed this past week.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, John. And next question for you, Coach, is from Matthew Clark of the Daily Courier. Go ahead, Matthew.
Hello.
It was a tough showing last week at Marshall, and Coach, you talk a lot about defensive struggles. You've got a week to prepare. Talk about the preparation process over this week to try to get your defense back on track.
Well, I think, it came down after we watched the video of, as we said, making sure that we have ourselves ready, for alignments. We certainly have been working on that as far as our preparation, trying to correct mistakes from every position defensively, and they had a fast-paced offense, and we didn't handle that very well as far as getting lined up quickly. And then on the snap of the football, we kind of got frozen in space, and their speed overwhelmed us a little bit. So it's a continual process to try to grow our football team and make sure that we get those things corrected. We made mistakes on last week, and then see if we can get the ball down once we get in position this week. Certainly got to do a better job tackling, and we got to make sure we get more people to the football when somebody gets hold of the runner, whether it be a receiver or a running back. We got to gang tackle and chase the ball better than we did.
Coach, switch gears a little bit. Talk about your offense. 6 turnovers. It's tough to overcome that, no matter what type of team.
That's right.
Again, that's something else you've got a week to work on. Talk about that preparation.
Well, the very thing that we did well in the opener, hold on to the football, was the thing we did worse this past week. And it came from every area. We dropped the ball from the back early in the game when we had a drive going. We had a tip pass that got picked off. We had 2 receivers ran bad routes. I mean, it was a culmination of just about everybody in a typewriter effect not doing what they're supposed to do. So each and every position is focusing on that. Certainly we'll be on our high end of emotion throughout practice this week of taking care of the football and making sure the decisions are made wisely, that we're not sloppy with the football, and it was hard to tell, what we were or were not going to be able to do because we put the ball on the ground so much this past week against a good team. So each and every snap we take, from center quarterback exchange period 1 at practice all the way to the end. Certainly we'll have a keen eye on holding the ball the proper way and making sure we corral that thing throughout practice this week, and hopefully that our practice will pay off in the football game and prove that we've done that this coming week.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Matt, thank you. And, Coach, I'm not seeing any more questions for you, so
Okay.
we'll go ahead and let you go.
All right, good. Thank you, Mark. Good luck to all the Big South teams this week.
All right, thanks for joining us, and good luck Saturday against Richmond.
Thanks a lot. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
All right.